Coming up on UT 10 News, COVID cases are on the rise.
And we'll also see how the holidays are being impacted by the spread.
Plus, Kate Pence reflects on last week's game while the Rockets prepare for Eastern Michigan. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Plotz.
And I'm Cheyenne Castora.
But first, the presidential election was called for former Vice President Biden, but President Trump has not yet conceded the election.
Reporter Yesh Singhan is live at the Student Union. Yesh, how are the students feeling?
Well, Cheyenne, the country continues to be in a holding pattern as recounts take place. Students from both sides believe their candidate won the election.
We have seen that in certain counties and a lot of these, especially these battleground states where there was these quote unquote glitches that were only favoring Vice President Biden. And so I think that should be looked into.
All of this voter fraud, it just sounds silly because this is also what was predicted for months. What exactly would happen, that it would be a surge of red at first, and then mail votes would be counted, and then it would be very blue.
8 states have already certified their election results, and 42 have yet to certify. The battleground states that are in question must certify the results by December 1st. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Yesh. Across the country, COVID-19 cases are at the highest level since March. On November 15th, Ohio reported over 7,200 COVID cases. Nationwide, that same day, over 135,000 cases were recorded by the CDC. The number of hospitalized COVID patients is also rising in Ohio and many other states.
Yeah, it goes away. Your taste and you get ringing in your ears. Terrible fever fluctuation from, I can go from 98 to 102 in an hour, 2 hours.
Governor Mike DeWine strengthened the state's mask mandate orders last week in response to the surge in cases. DeWine says if the numbers do not go down, the state may be forced to close bars, restaurants, and gyms. As cases increase, UT, along with the Toledo-Lucas County Health Department, will be hosting free testing for COVID-19. Reporter Deepa Bushbal looks into how you can get tested.
UT faculty, students, staff, and their families are being offered free COVID testing in front of Rocket Hall. Health insurance is not required, and you do not have to make an appointment or get a referral.
Even though you think you're healthy, you might have the COVID, like asymptomatic infection, So I highly recommend everyone to get testing done.
Testing will take place on the 19th and the 20th in Lot 25. Walk-ins and drive-through options are available from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They will be nasal swab tests and will be open to community members for a short while.
What we're really wanting to do with this is to give people the option to get tested ahead of that Thanksgiving holiday, particularly for students who may be returning home.
Results can be expected within 72 hours after doing the test. I'm Deepa Bushbal, UT 10 News.
As the semester comes to a close, an important brown bag series that has been dealing with racial justice continues to reach out to the UT community.
The series was put together by the Department of Sociology and Anthropology shortly after George Floyd's death. 20 professors from the College of Arts and Letters lectured over Blackboard Collaborate on topics surrounding racial justice.
We saw what was going on in the country and we wanted to be involved. We wanted to do something on campus to acknowledge the situation.
Over 400 students have attended the series in the last 4 months. The lectures are based on professors' research on race-related issues and offer a more conversational experience to students.
Happy to be sharing this research, and I also want to dedicate it to the young people in the streets of the country right now engaged in this movement.
The series will come to a close today at 1 p.m. with a lecture on whiteness and blackness among superheroes. All past lectures can be found on the UT website. I'm Emma Jones, UT 10 News.
Thanksgiving is usually the biggest travel day of the year, but this year it could increase in a person's chances of getting and spreading coronavirus. Reporter Kennedy Ellison covers the CDC's suggested activities to keep you and your family safe.
Thanksgiving is going to be a little different this year, as holiday travel is expected to drop 10% due to the pandemic. The Center for Disease Control is suggesting low-risk activities, including celebrating virtually or just with people in your household.
This is a very unusual year for me. I normally travel down to Atlanta to be with family. However, this Thanksgiving, I'm going to remain at home safe because of the CDC guidelines.
There are also moderate risk activities, like hosting an outdoor dinner for a small gathering of guests. Hosts should have conversations with their guests to set safety boundaries.
If they're leery about coming, that's fine too. but we're going to have it open. We're going to have a family gathering, and I'm not going to worry about it.
However, the CDC still suggests the best way to protect yourself is to stay home. But if you do decide to travel, consider getting a flu vaccine, wear a mask, and wash your hands frequently. I'm Kennedy Ellison for UT 10 News.
COVID-19 is not stopping Cherry Street Mission from helping those in need as we approach the holiday season. For 75 years, the organization has opened its doors to anyone in the community. This year, things will be a little different. Only residents housed in the mission will be welcome for the celebration. Despite these restrictions, Cherry Street Mission is still collecting donations for those in need that are not residents.
Because we can't open our doors to the general public, then what we're doing is resourcing multiple other not-for-profits in our community with those food resources.
Cherry Street Mission continues to rely on support from the Toledo community. Those looking to donate food for the holidays can drop off food items at the Life Revitalization Center on 1501 Monroe Street. For a second time, UT will hold a virtual graduation, and students who want to participate need to take certain steps. The university is offering a drive-through located in the front parking lot of Rocket Hall to pick up graduation cords and diploma covers. Students have until 5 p.m. today to pick up this material. Soon-to-be graduates can also get their photos taken in cap and gown starting today through the 20th.
We're doing everything we can. We want as many people to attend this ceremony, and this is a huge accomplishment. We want this to be as special to our students and their families as possible.
You should also order your cap and gown through the bookstore and expect additional costs because of postage. Students have until the 20th to place that order, and make sure to check your email for future updates. This year, one of the top holiday toys is the Star Wars Baby Yoda animatronic, according to several toy industry review lists. It makes sounds and movements inspired by the show and is made by Hasbro. The toy sold out during pre-sale in May and became available in stores on October 27th. It is currently sold in most stores, but you can purchase it online through select retailers.
Because The Mandalorian has been so popular on streaming, and because it's so cute, people have really wanted to play with it. They've wanted to collect it. It's got a huge audience.
Baby Yoda should be back in stock on Amazon on November 22nd and costs just under $60.
I'm Kate Pence, and this is your UT 10 Sports Report. Last Wednesday, the Rockets headed up to Kalamazoo to take on the Western Michigan Broncos. Toledo was on the board first with a 6-yard pass from Eli Peters to Devin Maddox. Western would answer, but then so would Shaquille Seymour with a 2-yard touchdown run. Heading into the fourth quarter, the Rockets led the Broncos 31-21. Western cut Toledo's lead to 3 with a touchdown before Bryant Koback ran the ball into the end zone, making it 38-28. However, the Broncos were not finished, scoring 2 touchdowns in the final minute after recovering an onside kick. Western would score off a fake spike with 17 seconds left, and on the ensuing drive, Eli Peters would throw a pick to seal the deal for the Broncos. The Rockets travel to the other side of Michigan for this week's game. After last-second defeats in Week 2, UT and Eastern Michigan are set to play tomorrow night in Ypsilanti. The Rockets narrowly defeated the Eagles 37-34 in the Glass Bowl last season and face a stiff test to remain above 500.
Big up front, getting good quarterback play, really good pass rusher on the defensive side of the football, and I think they do a good job in the secondary eliminating big plays.
Senior quarterback Eli Peters has been efficient in leading the Rocket offense and currently leads the MAC in passing yards. 6 Rockets have 5 or more catches this season. Eastern's defense is allowing the highest completion percentage in the MAC at just under 71%, which could be a serious advantage for UT. You can see the Rockets in action tomorrow night on CBS Sports. Back to you, Alyssa and Cheyenne.
Thanks, Kate. This is the last newscast of the fall semester, and we would like to congratulate our graduating seniors, Kira Bivens, Gabrielle Huff, and Alyssa Plotz.
And we would also like to congratulate Cheyenne Castura. That's it for UT 10 News. For Cheyenne and the entire UT 10 News crew, I'm Alyssa Plotz. Have a great break, and we'll see you in the spring semester.